Hello. After Cypress, let's see the Playwright Reporters as well. Since we had already discussed the installation steps, I guess this would be a little bit faster. So let me right away find the Reporters page in Playwright official site. It is here, and as we can see, we can go with several different options, and I guess I will choose the HTML reporter, which would be a beautiful format we can easily understand. So first of all, let me execute my test case. Here I have a test, which is actually not doing anything, but just printing a sample console log here. So let's execute this test with playwright test command. I will execute the relevant spec file, which will be under playground folder. And the spec file name is playground playwright.ts. Test already started and actually finished already. So it took 1.8 seconds and that is successful. Now we can enable the HTML report. Let me go back to the reporters page. So what we can see here is we can pass this execution argument, but instead we can add to our config file as well. So let's add to our config file, not to add the argument each time we want to execute our test cases. So let me find our config file for Playwright. It's here, and let me add my reporter here. So again, I'll go with HTML. So now if I execute this same command, now I see an information here. It says that it generates a report. If you want to see it, you can just execute this. But let me manually confirm the file is there. So under Playwright report directory, it is just generated now, so I can see it. So let's open with a browser. Yes, with the test hooks and the test body, everything I can see here. And even the log that I have in my test case is visible here. So passed, failed, flaky, and skip test are all there. And if I execute the command, which was recommended by Playwright itself, then actually it basically opens the same report, the same HTML file. Cool. So let's go with Allure as well as the next option. As we just discussed in Cypress, Allure is providing a comprehensive historical test report structure to us, and we can use the Allure Playwright plugin. So it can be installed over npm, and then I already have it. So, but actually, I can just in case do it one more time. And then after it's done, I will just add the reporter as Allure Playwright. By the way, we can add all of them if we need, but for the moment I will go only with Allure Playwright. So after I add this, what should I do? I can even set the Allure file generation directory as well. But let's see what is the default configuration. So after adding the configuration, I'll just execute my test, which is this one, right? Yes. No any specific execution argument, just the config file addition, and then let's see. Okay, it already passed. My log is there. Yes, I just checked if there is any additional file. I see that the Git plugin notifies me there are some additional files, and I just realized it is under Allure results, so I can see some files here. So what we can do is, if I again check, like I can generate a report, but as we discussed in Cypress, I can use the Allure serve command, right? But this is another option to generate the report. So let me copy this. So instead of Allure serve, I will use Allure generate this time. So generate from where? From my results directory, right? It is, since I didn't specify anything, it is the default directory, which is Allure results. And this output folder is just to generate the report. So let's keep as is. So it will be Allure report. I don't have any Allure report directory here. So I supposed to see it after the report is generated. So it should be there already. Is it? Yes, it is. So I can see there. And now it should be a beautiful report, including the historical results. To execute and to see the generated beautiful report, I will just open the generated report. And yes, I can see the test. I can see the console print here. Since it is the only first execution, there is no re-execution. And the Allure report is generated successfully. And if we have more than one execution, what I have to do is, and if I wanna keep the historical track, I will just skip this clean option, and I will make the Allure reporter accumulate all the results, including the previous executions as well.